Hey guys, this is just a brief tutorial on how to program RNet electric wheelchairs. First of all, you can either program it using onboard programming or using an RNet dongle, which I'll show you in a minute. For some of you, you might be lucky enough to have onboard programming by keycode entry enabled by default, or it might just be switched on. To find out if it's on by default or it's on, first of all switch off your wheelchair. Hold down the horn, which you can't see because I've sticky taped over the cutout power button. Hold the horn while pressing the power on. When it beeps, let go of the horn. When it beeps again, let go of the power. If you get to onboard programming mode, you're right and you can program 99% of what you need to do using onboard programming. If you find your wheelchair doesn't have onboard programming mode by keycode entry on by default, then you will need to use an RNet programming dongle. Most common are the dealer versions, but if you're very lucky you might be able to get hold of an OEM version. But really there's little difference between the two, and the OEM version can only make a couple more alterations over the dealer model anyway. For what you really want, the dealer model will probably do in reality. When you enter onboard programming mode, the few modes I'd recommend you look into are speeds, controls, profiles and system. Speeds to adjust the forward, reverse and turn speeds. For example, to go to the forward, you might want to change the acceleration or the top speed for a particular profile. For example, here I've got 3 profiles enabled, but you may have up to 8. To adjust a particular parameter, select whichever one you want to adjust, and using the speed toggles, go up or down to make your adjustment. When you're finished, tap left twice to go back to the previous menu, and tap again to go back to the main menu. The next one would be controls and global. By adjusting the volume might make it a bit less loud when you're changing modes. Speed adjust in drive might be handy. I've disabled momentary screens so I don't have a screen pop up every time I change I think modes or profiles. Power up mode might be handy to change if you want to go to a specific mode each time you switch the wheelchair on. The next one would be profiles if you want to enable more than one profile. And finally in system, if you want to copy a profile from one to another, it's the easiest way to do it. You copy all the parameters and then make your changes to that particular profile you've just copied across. They're the main things you can do with onboard programming. There are more things you can do if you plug it in by the RNet dongle via USB to a computer and use RNet PC Programmer. However, that requires the dongle and access to the RNet PC Programmer software that you may not have access to. But most things you can do using onboard programming, and there's only a few things that really need the PC level to make certain changes that aren't available on board. Any questions, just let me know in the comments and I'll hopefully be able to answer them. All the best.